Okay, let's start today's session. Just I will share my screen and after that we'll start the session. Okay, just I'm trying to just 1 minute. Pranita, mute your account. Okay. Just I'm trying to share my screen and after that we'll start the second part of the AWS, second part of the internship. In that we'll discuss about the network part first. Okay, so see, just I will share my screen. Let me know if my screen is visible. Is it my screen is visible to all?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's start the session. See, earlier we seen the basic commands of the Linux. In that we discussed about how to create a user, how to create a file, and how to check the permission, how to modify the permission, how to change the user details, cron tab related information. These are the basic part of the internship. Okay, now today onwards we are discussing about the advanced part of the Linux. In that we can do all operation whatever we done in the last internship. We can do this all operation on the AWS, but before that user must understand the concept of network. Student must understand the concept of network in that network part, because see, all these services will be available on the network. Okay, earlier we are just using the application VMware. In that we install the Ubuntu operating system and we do lots of operation on that, but right now just I will access these services through browser like AWS console, okay, right now today we did not perform any operation on AWS. Before accessing that AWS we must understand the concept of network. Okay, all the services will be available on the browser. Okay, all the services, AWS services, will be accessible by using a browser. That means what is a prerequisite? We must understand the concept of network. Okay, so let's start with the network, and once we complete the network, maybe day after tomorrow we can start the application. We are starting the AWS practical, so don't worry about that. First of all, we'll understand the network. Okay, among the network we must understand the private IP and public IP. See, what is the reason? Whenever we create any instance, what is the instance is nothing but operating system. Okay, for example Ubuntu operating system, for example Windows operating system, for example Mac OS operating system, for example Windows 10, Windows 8.1, Red Hat. These are the instances. Whenever we launch the instance, at that time one public IP will be created, one private IP will be created, having IPv4 protocol, having IPv6 protocol. See, what is the reason behind that? Because we need to access that instance through a browser, through an application. If you have Windows, we will access that instance by using putty. If we have Linux, then we can access that instance by using terminal. But whenever we need to access that instance, we require a unique ID, that means unique public IP. Okay, so for that reason this theoretical part of networking is mandated. Okay, so in that there are different kinds of networks are available: LAN network, MAN network, and WAN network. So we'll understand what is MAN, LAN, and WAN. After that there is a concept of what we say topology. Topologies are there like mesh topologies, ring topologies. So these are the very basic, and it will be available in the computer network chapter is also. Okay, so see, let's start with introduction to the networking. So what is a network? What do you think? Okay, so we can say that network is nothing but a group of computer interconnected with each other. Okay, so simply, for example, one computer is available, then that computer will not available in network. What is the reason behind that? Because that PC or that desktop is available in one piece. Okay, so make a note of that. Network is what? A group of computer. Okay, a group of autonomous computer will connected each other by using some devices, by using some hub, by using some switches called as a network. Okay, for what purpose they are connected with each other? For communication purpose. For communication purpose. For one PC, for example, one PC wants to communicate with another PC, then how they will communicate? Because they are interconnected, then it is possible. Okay, for example, I will explain best example of network. For example, I had one Facebook account, and I had created this account in Aurangabad district. Okay, so in the year of 2011 I had created this account, but whenever right now I am in B district, and right now I want to access this Facebook account which is created in Aurangabad district. Can I able to access? Yes. What is the reason? Because all this information will be available on cloud, or we can say that available on network. So whenever we are trying to access that network anywhere in India, but make a note of that, that device must be connected to the network, we can able to access. Okay, so ऐसा नहीं होगा. For example, I had one standalone application, and standalone means desktop application is available, and I had created one application which will be installed on that PC only, and that PC is not connected in network. Now if I trying to access over the network or in any other place, in that case that PC is not accessible. What is the reason? Because that PC is not connected in network. Okay, see, the diagram itself indicates that these are the points, and that points are interconnected with each other, so for that easy communication will be going on. Okay, so let's see the best definition by PPT. So a network is a group of computer. A network, what is a network? A group of computer and group of computer and computing devices. Computing devices mean in other devices connected together through the communication. Okay, what are the communicated devices? Computing devices are there where keyboard is there, printer is there, scanner is there. So these are communicated with each other. Okay, make a note of that. So in that case, a network is a group of computer and computing devices connected together through the communication channel. Okay, the computer connected over the network may be located in the same geographical area or spread across the world. Okay, same geographical area भी हो सकता है या across the world भी हो सकता है. What is the same geographical area? For example, right now I had a group of 10 pieces available in Bid district, और ऐसा भी हो सकता है I had a group of 10 pieces which is available in 10 different district. Okay, ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि I have 10 pieces which is available in 10 different countries. Okay, so it will be depend, but the make a note of that must be interconnected with each other. I mean, there are various ways that are available. For example, had you seen the Lan Port? Okay, see, I will show you Lan Port. See, this one is the Lan Port. Okay, so generally we get the PC with this Lan Port. Okay, we can insert the RJ45 cable inside that, and we can connect the internet or Ethernet. Okay, whatever it may be. So every PC, every laptop has this device. Okay, has this port. Make a note of that. Every laptop, every device, every desktop will have this port. Okay, by using that port we can able to connect up local area network. When we discuss about the local area network, just I will show you. We'll discuss local. Don't worry about that. LAN switch. So this one is an 8 port switch, this one is a 16 port, some of the 8, some of the 24, some of the 4. Okay, so इससे हम कैसे connect? See, here I am using a word same geographical area. So for example, I had about 10 pieces and I want to create a network. What should I do? I will create the switch. Okay, I will insert I will insert the RJ45 cable inside the all devices, and the devices will be connected with this switches. See the diagram. See, this PC1, PC2, PC3, PC4 are connected with LAN switch. Okay, and that LAN switch will be connected with the firewall. Okay, after that LAN switch will communicate with mail server, file server, printer. We'll discuss later on. These are the computing devices. These are the computing devices. Make a note of that. These are the computing devices. Okay, so all these are connected in switch. Okay, so we can say that this one is a network. For example, PC1 shared some information. So in that case, PC2, PC3, PC4 will access that information. Okay, if PC2 sends some print operation to the printer or computing devices, so it will communicate through the switch. Okay, if PC3 send a mail server, if PC4 send a files to the other server. Okay, so these are the options. So here the computer communicated or connected over the network may be located in a same geographical area or spread across the world. Okay, make a note of that. What is the network? Basic definition. So if someone asks what is the network, then just specify the definition. A network is nothing but a group of computers connected with each other for doing communication. Okay, just that is the basic definition of network. I will share this PPT, don't worry about that. So why the network use? What is the reason behind that? See, allow the connected devices to communicate with each other. We already discussed about that. If we have a group of computers and they want to communicate with each other, then they can do. So network allows us to communicate with other computers. Second one, enable multiple users to share the devices over the network such as printer and scanner. Okay, for example, I had two PCs. Right now, I had two PCs. That two PCs are connected in the LAN. Okay, that means switch. These two PCs are connected with switch. And I had installed a printer on one PC and I had installed scanner on another PC. If you want to make a print, then I will use first PC, and if you want to make a scan, then I will use second PC. In that case, my data is scattered. Printing information will be available on first PC, scanning information available on second PC. So in that case, whatever you installed on first PC and second PC, we can make shareable. For example, I installed the printer on first PC. Again, I can use printer by using second PC. Why? Because it is installed on first PC. It is installed on first PC, but we can share that with second PC. Okay, that means it enables user to share the devices. Okay, SNA. For example, I had a 10 PC. Can I able to use a single printer? Yes. I had a 50 PC. Can I able to use a single printer? Yes. If it is a network, then it is a possible. If I have a 20 PCs and I am using a scanner, can I able to use? Yes, you can use, because the multiple devices will be shared in a network. Third one, share and manage information across the computer easily. Okay, if some PC wants to share the information with another PC, then it would be possible. Okay, ये अगर देखना है तो आपको नेटवर्क में जाना पड़ेगा. You need to share the folder if it is in Windows, and in Linux we have other option called as a Samba server, NFS server. Okay, so we can do that. General communication कैसे होता है? What is a data communication? See, if you want to do the communication, we require two parts. First one is a sender and second one is a receiver. Okay, so this sender and receiver, for example, two persons are communicating with each other. Okay, for example, friend A and friend B, they are communicating with each other. So whenever friend A says something, then friend B or other person can listen that. Okay, similar way it will go. So in that, the communication will be done by using a protocol. of instruction, a set of rules. Simply we can say that. Simply we can say that what is a protocol? Protocol is nothing but set of rules, set of instruction that governs the data communication. Okay, for example, मुझे कुछ करना है. For example, I want to conduct a lecture. So what is the rule? First of all, we need to connect all students by using the platform. Either I can use the Google Meet, either I can use the app. Okay, so these are the rules. Similarly, if sender wants to send the information to the receiver, here we require sender wants to send message or any information to the receiver. There are some set of rules. By using, we'll discuss about the which protocol we are using. HTTP protocol is using. Inside that there is a get method. Inside that there is a put method. If you want to send information in encrypted format, then we will use a post method. If you want to send the information in the normal way, you don't want to encrypt, then we will use the get method. So these are the rules. For data communication, we require to use the rules. Okay. Later on, we'll discuss about data flow. This is the most important point in networking. Student must understand this concept. What is a data flow? In that, we have three types: simplex, half duplex, and full duplex. Okay, ये example कभी भी याद रखना. Communication कैसा होता है? See, is there any one-way communication or two-way communication? Okay, ऐसा आपको पता होना चाहिए. What is the data flow? So first of all, we'll discuss about the simplex basic. Okay, and the basic simplex example is called as a keyboard. Okay, so it utilizes full strength of channel one way. For example, assume that I had one mouse, so I can provide only input. I have a keyboard, I have provided only input. I cannot able to use this device in other place. Okay, for example, I want to use a mouse. Mouse will provide an input. Whenever we click that, it will be open. Whenever we will close that, it will be closed. Okay, so simply it will provide the input. So simplex. Half duplex कैसे किया जाता है? It will be sent and receive, but at one time. Okay, so for just ये diagram याद रखना है आपने. Okay, for example, sender and receiver है. So this one is a keyboard. It will send the information what he wants. That's it. This one is a sender. We can say that it one is a mouse. So it will send the input to the receiver. हाफ डुप्लेक्स में क्या होता है कि सेंडर भी सेंड कर सकता है, रिसीवर भी सेंड कर सकता है. दैट मीन्स वन पर्सन कैन कम्युनिकेट विद ईच अदर बट वन बाय वन. व्हेन if sender sends the information, and that receiver will stand by. If receiver sends the information, sender will be stand by. Okay, so इसका बेस्ट एग्जांपल जो होता है ना, वॉकी टॉकी पे कभी देखा है आपने? in that two person cannot communicate with each other. Okay, simultaneously two person cannot communicate with each other. First of all, first person send a message to the second person can listen only. Second person if wants to talk, then he can speak, and first person can only listen. So इसे कहते हैं half duplex. और ये communication में होना चाहिए. Network कैसा है, क्या है, कैसे communication हो रहा है. Okay, so here full capacity, the one transmitting data. एक ही काम कर सकता है एट अ टाइम. एंड फुल डिप्लेक्स, इसके बहुत एग्जांपल है. फॉर एग्जांपल, बेस्ट मोबाइल फोन कैन रिसीव एंड सेंड एट द सेम टाइम. ओके, इसका ऐसा नहीं होता है कि जस्ट व्हेनेवर वी सेंड द मैसेज एट द टाइम सेकंड पर्सन मस्ट नीड टू वेट फॉर दैट. ओके, ऐसा नहीं होता है लाइक हाफ डुप्लेक्स के जैसे. सो दिस आर द डेटा फ्लो. ऐसे डेटा फ्लो आपका होता है. याद रखना है आपको हाफ डुप्लेक्स, फुल डुप्लेक्स एंड सिंपलेक्स. Later on, we'll discuss about some criteria why the network is reliable or why the network has some strong point. First one is a performance. There are lots of devices right now available. Okay, when we talk about the performance, we'll discuss in the AWS chapter. Okay, so for example, earlier just we got a switch of 10 by 100. I'm talking about the speed. Okay, if we have 10 PCs and they are connected with the switch of 10 by 100, then they can transfer data within a network with a speed of 100 Mbps internally. Later on, we get the switch of 10 by 100 by 1000 called as a giga switch. If 10 PCs will be available, then they can transfer the speed of 1 gig, 100, 1000. Okay, so 10 by 100 by 1000 Mbps. That means they can transfer the data of 1000 Mbps per second. Okay, megabit per second जिसे कहते हैं. Later on गीगा के भी 1 गीगा के बाद में 2 गीगा आया, 25 गीगा आया. अभी AWS के पास ना 50 गीगा तक अवेलेबल है. So ये ना ट्रांसफर स्पीड है. So whenever we increase the network speed, the performance will be increased. Performance based on the transmit time and receive time. So whenever I send the one data, for example, one software to the other device, other communication channel, how much time it takes while sending and while receiving, how much time it takes. So it will be depend on the performance. So simply, if we are using a normal switch, the data transfer rate is a low. If we are using a giga switch, the data transfer rate will be high. Okay. Second one is a reliability. बहुत important concept है network में. See, being as a network engineer, being as an ADM admin engineer or Red Hat engineer, administrator engineer, अपने reliability पे you need to focus more. Why? Because the failure of nodes, failure of devices will cause whole network down. हो सकता है because depending on the topologies. Okay, if we had other topology called as a ring topology, in that one node fell, one PC fell, whole network will be down. So no number of failures. Reliability, how we calculate number of failures? Ability to recover from failure. Ability to recover from the failure. और ये network के अंदर नहीं, by using different application ये possible हो सकता है. When we talk about the Hadoop technology, what is Hadoop? It is a big data technology in that we can process large data set. Okay, and similarly, a group of computers are connected with each other inside a Hadoop. Okay, by using same power. For example, I had one PC whose configuration is i5 and 8 GB RAM. So in Hadoop, we can connect 10 PCs having same configuration. So one PC 8 GB, 10 PC 80 GB RAM हो गई. And आपके पास कोर कितने हो गए? एक सिंगल i5 में 4 कोर्स होते हैं, तो 10 PC के 4 into 10 40 कोर्स. सो ये कंबाइन करके ना पावर बढ़ाता है और उसके बाद में डेटा प्रोसेस करता है. सो इन दैट केस इट हैज एबिलिटी टू रिकवर फ्रॉम फेल्योर. वन ऑफ PC डाउन इफ, तो उसके अंदर एबिलिटी होती है कि रिलायबिलिटी होती है कि वो रिकवर हो सके. ओके, टाइम रिक्वायर्ड टू रिकवर फ्रॉम फेल्योर. सो इट विल अफेक्ट द नेटवर्क राइट. Security, protecting from the unauthorized access of the data and damage to data. अभी ना नेटवर्क बहुत ही है. अभी किसी ने आपने पढ़ा होगा ethical hacking, तो ये most dangerous है. While sending the data will be traveled through a router. Okay, ये data router से ही travel होता है. Just not today, if I get time, then I will share one video. Just watch that video. Okay, एक वीडियो भेजूंगा मैं. I had a link. I will forward that video. उसमें ना नेटवर्क में ना पैकेट्स क्या होते हैं, ओके, राउटर क्या काम करता है ना, वैसा वीडियो है. I will share that video. Just watch it. It would be a 7 to 6 minute. Okay, तो आपको ना कंसेप्ट क्लियर हो जाए. So next, security, protecting from unauthorized access of data or damage. Okay. Now next part, topologies. Okay, ये ना थोड़ा सा ओवर नहीं होना चाहिए. Will take time. ओके, कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर करना आपका काम है. ओके, ऐसा नहीं है कि बनावरी होना चाहिए लेक्चर. कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर होना चाहिए और आपके ना ये भी होना चाहिए, समझ में भी आना चाहिए. सी, व्हेनेवर वी एक्सेस द AWS, इन दैट केस अगर आपको नहीं समझ में आया व्हाट इज अ पब्लिक IP, व्हाट इज अ प्राइवेट IP, देन we can say that we cannot able to gather the knowledge. Okay, so just I'm trying to access the AWS EC2 instance, that's it. मुझे एक्सेस करना आता है, बट वी डोंट नो व्हाट इज अ प्राइवेट आईपी. फॉर एग्जांपल, इफ समवन आस्क्स व्हाट इज अ प्राइवेट आईपी ऑफ क्लास ए, देन इंस्टेंटली आपको बताना चाहिए कि नेटवर्क आईडी 10 होना चाहिए और आगे सबनेट कुछ भी हो तो भी चलेगा. फॉर एग्जांपल, जस्ट आई विल शो यू. सो 10.1.1.2 like that. In that the first part, in that the first part must be a 10 if it is a class A IP, private IP. I am talking about the class A IP. Okay, if it is a 10 in first, okay, so these are the 4 bits, 8 bit, 8 bit, 8 bit, 8 bit, ये 32 bit address है. We'll discuss later, don't worry about that, but just आपको ना पता होना चाहिए. जैसे भी आपको सामने ना ऐसा दिखाई दिया 172, जस्ट आई विल शो यू 172. अभी टाइम है क्या ज्वाइन होने का? 172, ओके, 16.20.30. अगर आपके सामने ये दिखाई दिया तो आपको बोलना चाहिए कि ये क्लास 2 का आईपी है. which IP, whether it is a public, whether it is a private, it is a private IP. When we talk about this, like 55, अब ये देख के आपको पता चलना चाहिए कि this one is a public IP of class 2. समझ में आ रहा है? Okay, so ये नेटवर्क का पार्ट है. तो आपको ना पब्लिक आईपी भी आनी चाहिए. देयर आर 4 क्लास मेजर, क्लास ए, क्लास बी, क्लास सी एंड क्लास डी. ओके, सो उसमें पब्लिक आईपी भी आनी चाहिए, प्राइवेट आईपी भी आनी चाहिए. सो दैट्स व्हाई ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि जस्ट आई वांट टू कंप्लीट द नेटवर्क चैप्टर टुडे इटसेल्फ, व्हाटएवर द स्टूडेंट को अगर आता है तो ठीक है, नहीं आता तो स्किप दैट. नो, if you want to become an AWS administrator, in that case we gonna only see AWS has 1200 services. टेस्टिंग है, AI है, मशीन लर्निंग है, 1200 सर्विस है, 1200 प्लस सर्विसेज. वी आर गोना जस्ट यूजिंग अमॉन्ग द 10. हम 8 to 10 ही यूज करेंगे, ज़्यादा भी नहीं यूज करने वाले, बिकॉज ये मेजरली होता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आई एम यूजिंग S3 सिंपल स्टोरेज सर्विसेज. सेपरेट डेवलपर विल बी अवेलेबल. ओके, आप कंपनी में जाते हो ना तो ऐसा नहीं होता है AWS इंजीनियर है तो सेपरेट S3 के लिए बंदा होता है, सेपरेट EC2 इंस्टेंस के लिए बंदा होता है, सेपरेट EFS के लिए बंदा होता है, सेपरेट VPC के लिए बंदा होता है, सेपरेट IMA रोल के लिए बंदा होता है, सेपरेट रिपोर्ट जनरेशन के लिए होता है. सी, ऐसा होता है. सो अमंग दैट, अगर आप AWS बन के जाते भी हो कंपनी में तो कंपनी आपको एक ही रोल देगा. ओके, आपका प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर बोलेगा जस्ट यू नीड टू हैंडल द S3 ओनली. आपको प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर बोलेगा यू नीड टू हैंडल ओनली IMA रोल. आपको प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर बोलेगा यू नीड टू हैंडल ओनली EC2 इंस्टेंस. ओके, सो forget about it. So tomorrow we'll discuss about that, what is the private IP, and if we did not get a time. Right now just we will discuss about the topology. See, what is a topology? Topology is nothing but some rules how the will create the network. What is the description? What is the semantic description of networks? So network topology is the semantic description of a network arrangement connection of various nodes, who is the sender, who is the receiver, through the line of connections. Okay. A network topology is the arrangement of nodes, usually switches. ये discuss करना पड़ेगा. Switches. Okay. After that, routers, software, switch router features, and connection in network, often represented as a graph. अब इसमें ना रोल आता है स्विच का, रोल आता है हब का, ओके, रोल आता है राउटर का. जस्ट आई विल शेयर वन वीडियो, इसमें आपको ये पूरे पॉइंट्स कवर हो जाएगा, बट स्टिल आई कैन एक्सप्लेन. इसमें रोल आता है ब्रिज का. ओके, सो अर्लियर हब एंड ब्रिज, नाउअडेज हब एंड ब्रिज एक ही होता है, बट अर्लियर ना अलग होता था. ओके, सो फॉर एग्जांपल आई हैड 2 networks, 2 area networks, LAN, assume that. For example, right now I had 2 rooms. Okay, one is a hall and second is the other room. So in that first room contain one network that 10 PCs are interconnected with a switch, and in another room 10 PCs are interconnected with switch. Now I want to connect these 2 switches, then I can use bridge or I can use the hub. क्या कर सकता हूँ मैं? हब यूज कर सकते हैं, ब्रिज यूज कर सकता हूँ. सी, ऐसे नेटवर्क्स के ऑप्शंस होते हैं. Okay, don't worry about that, we'll discuss one by one. So let's start with the topology, bus topology. Okay, and just 1 minute. Okay, so this one is bus topology, best for the small network. You see, it is easy for installation. अगर आपको ये बनाना है तो it is a very quite easy as compared to the others. So bus topology is the best for small network. Due to short cable length, no node limited. Okay, number of loads are limited. Sorry. So in that, see here, line started in that one computer is connected with the line. Another computer is connected with the same line. Third will be communicated with the same line. Four will be communicated with the same line. Fifth and sixth. And this one is the terminator. So in that case, node 1 can communicate with other devices. Node 2, node 3, node 4, all the devices intercommunicated with each other. All the devices intercommunicated with each other. But इसमें ना problem है. Okay, क्या है? One of the network fails. If one of the network fails, entire network will be fails because these are not connected with each other. For example, assume that यहाँ नोड फेल होता है तो ये कम्युनिकेशन बंद हो जाएगा, ये पूरा लाइन ब्रेक हो जाएगा. ओके, मेक अ नोट ऑफ दैट. सो ये अर्लियर था, अभी राइट नाउ तो सभी मेश टोपोलॉजी करते या बेसिक रिंग टोपोलॉजी तो नहीं करते. ओके, सो ये बस टोपोलॉजी भी नहीं करते, स्टार टोपोलॉजी यूज करते मेजरली अभी. ओके, सी स्टार टोपोलॉजी. Star topology is quite simple as compared to the bus topology. Failure of one device does not affect on the network. See, these devices are interconnected with each other. Just 1 minute. Okay. See, these devices are interconnected with each other, and there is one hub, or we can say that switch. Okay. So if one of the node fails, it does not affect on the network. What is the reason? See, all these devices are connected with this hub. Okay. So for example, node 1 fails. It does not affect on node 2, node 3, node 4. Okay, they can still communicate with each other and still communicate with each other. Okay, so इसलिए अभी majorly star ही use किया जाता है. After that, ring topology. See, one PC will be communicated with other PC. ये एक PC इसके साथ communicated है, ये PC इसके साथ communicated है, ये इसके साथ है, ये इसके साथ है. That term called as a ring topology. ये भी प्रॉब्लम है similar to the bus topology. If one of the network fails, entire network will be down. Okay, अभी ये bad practice है, ये कोई करता नहीं. So communication take place through the nodes. For example, if this PC wants to communicate with this PC, so ring topology में क्या होता था? So it will send the message to this PC. This will forward it to the another PC. This will forward it to the destination PC. After that, he sent the acknowledgement for identification to the return PC. After that, this PC will send this PC. This information will be sent to the first PC. So ऐसा communication होता था. If that PC will communicate with connected PC, then it's quite easy. Connected PC के साथ में communication करता था ना, ये quite easy था. But अभी ऐसा नहीं होता था. Other PC के साथ में communication कर रहा है तो problem होता था. Okay, so this one is a ring topology. After that, mesh topology. ये तो बहुत ही lengthy था. Okay, costly भी था और lengthy था. Okay, so that means mesh topology, a dedicated link is provided between each node. High transfer rate, require large cabling, very expensive, more number of ports. See, इसमें ना मैं diagram के हिसाब से आपको समझाता हूँ तो actually होता था. See, this single PC will connected with all other PC. For example, this single PC will communicate with first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Again, this second PC will communicate with first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Similarly, next PC will communicate with all. That means एक पोर्ट को देखो 6 LAN पोर्ट होते थे, एक 6 लाइन से कनेक्ट हो गया. For example, if you have 6, assume that if you have 100 PC, then how we can manage? Okay, ये तो outdated है, कोई भी यूज नहीं करता. So if you have 200 PC, then how they can intercommunicate it? Okay, so समझ में आ रहा है. So if one of the node downs, it does not affect. Okay, ये बंद होने के बाद में बाकी तो intercommunicated है, उनका communication होता है. If half part will be down, again no problem. तो बाकी के तो PC नेटवर्क में रहते थे. Okay, so this is about the mesh topology. तो स्टार ही यूज किया जाता है मेजरली अभी भी. ओके, हाइब्रिड, ये हाइब्रिड भी बाद में आया. सो हब के अंदर एक अब अलग अलग ले सकते हो. फॉर एग्जांपल रिंग ले सकते हो, बस ले सकते हो. ओके, एनी कम्युनिकेशन ऑफ प्रीवियस. हाइब्रिड टेक्नोलॉजी मीन्स कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ एनी प्रीवियस टेक्नोलॉजी, वेदर इट इज अ रिंग, वेदर इट इज अ मेश, वेदर इट इज अ स्टार. ओके, तो कुछ भी ले सकते हो. सो ये हाइब्रिड टेक्नोलॉजी अभी यूज करते हैं, कॉम्बिनेशन. So after that, categories of network. We'll discuss about the LAN, MAN, WAN. See, categories of network. So LAN is a local area network. Okay, privately owned network. Limited distance connectivity. Make a note of that. For example, LAN के लिए ना 100 meter या 100 feet something. 100 meter ही longest path है. For example, see, I had a 10 PC and I want to communicate with each other by using a LAN area network, Lan Port. Okay, so इसके लिए ना restriction 100 meter ही है. That for example 100 meter की beyond जाता है ना, तो आपके ना signals जो होते हैं ना वो loss होने जाते हैं. For example, एक मैंने यहाँ रखा है piece और 110 distance पे मैंने another printer रखा है. So मैंने send the request to the printer. So ये ना signal loss कर देगा अगर डिस्टेंस ज़्यादा हुआ. तो इसीलिए लिमिटेड डिस्टेंस. फॉर एग्जांपल, अब मैं यहाँ बीड डिस्ट्रिक्ट में और मुझे दूसरा पॉइंट ना औरंगाबाद में लगाना है, तो ये डिस्टेंस नहीं है अबाउट 140 किलोमीटर से. तो ये लैन से पॉसिबल है क्या? नहीं, लैन के लिए रेस्ट्रिक्शन है डिस्टेंस, लैन से नहीं पॉसिबल. ओके, सो ये मेट्रोपॉलिटन मैन से पॉसिबल हो सकता है. ओके, थ्रू अ लीज लाइन, थ्रू अ कॉपर लाइन और थ्रू अ ब्रॉडबैंड वी कैन से दैट इट इज अ but without a LAN it is not possible. Used to share resources, both hardware and software. इसमें हार्डवेयर भी शेयर कर सकते हो, सॉफ्टवेयर भी हम शेयर कर सकते हैं. We can able to share in the LAN. Okay. Second one is next one is a WAN. Okay, or we can say that way is a WAN. Okay, so second one is a metropolitan area network. Okay, so in that it covers the entire city. It covers the entire city. अब इसके ना बहुत सारे ऑप्शंस है. P2P कनेक्शन होता है या लीज लाइन का कनेक्शन होता है नेटवर्क क्रिएट करने के लिए. P2P होता है या सबनेट से भी हम क्रिएट कर सकते हैं. अभी आगे चल के हमें सबनेट नाम का भी कंसेप्ट देखना है. ओके, तो उसके बाद में डिस्कस करेंगे. बट सी लैन जैसे सिंगल बिल्डिंग के लिए यूज होता है ना, वैसे मैन ना सिटी के लिए यूज होता है. ओके, याद रखना. नेक्स्ट वन इज वैन, वाइड एरिया नेटवर्क. ये बहुत ही बड़ा होता है. वाइड एरिया नेटवर्क स्पैन लार्ज जियोग्राफिकल एरिया, कंसिस्ट ऑफ मशीन होस्ट कनेक्टेड बाय द कम्युनिकेशन सबनेट और जस्ट सबनेट. होस्ट आर ओन्ड बाय द यूजर, सबनेट बाय ISP. अभी ये ना ये थोड़ा सा लेंथी है. Later on whenever we use the IP address, इसमें हम देखेंगे what is a host, what is a subnet, what is a ISP, internet service provider, कैसे वर्क करते हैं, like that. ट्रांसमिशन बिट क्या होते हैं. So subnet means transmission line होता है, move bit made of optical fibers, copper wire, radio waves, switching element, specialized computer that connect 3 or more transmission lines named as a router. अभी ये राउटर का कंसेप्ट आया. राउटर क्या करता है? जस्ट पैकेट्स को सेंड करता है, मूव करता है. चैनल लाइन जो भी ट्रांसमिशन लाइन है उस लाइन में उसे ट्रांसफर कर देता है, फेंक देता है. ओके, आफ्टर दैट दे विल ट्रैवल फ्रॉम वन राउटर वन पॉइंट टू अनदर पॉइंट. ऐसे कम्युनिकेशन होता है. तो मेक अ नोट ऑफ दैट. जस्ट याद क्या रखना है आपको, सम ऑफ द concept of host, some of the concept of ISP, internet service provider, some of the concept of subnet. Okay, so when we talk about that this IP address, so when we talk about 10.255.255.255, so these are the subnet. ये subnet है. Okay, so it means that we can use, see, so this is the IP address, okay, private IP address of class A. We can use this last, we can change last 3 bit only. We cannot change the first bit, but we can change the last 3 bit. Up to what? Up to 255. For example, the 0 is there in second bit, and in the second option 55 is there. I can use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to 100, 101, 200, 200, 1, 2, 3, 250, 255 तक. ओके, सो ये सबनेट होता है आपका. सी यहाँ आप ऑटोमेटिक ना सर्च हो क्या आ रहा है. सी सबनेट 25, सबनेट 24, सबनेट 8, सबनेट 20, सबनेट 26. ओके, सो ये याद रखो. सो सी व्हाट टुडे वी लर्न अबाउट द बेसिक नेटवर्क. ओके, basic network definition. After that we learn about the topologies. Okay, so we learn about the LAN, MAN, WAN. Okay, so ये बहुत important है. Just I will share that video with you, and just we learn about the data flow, how we'll do the data flow. Data कैसे होता है, simplex कैसे होता है, half duplex कैसे होता है, full duplex कैसे होता है, like that stuff. And just we did the discussion on the LAN, MAN and WAN. Okay, tomorrow we'll discuss about the concept of IP address, IP protocols. Okay, IPv4, IPv6, private IP, public IP, and after that we had some network commands. Okay, for example, what is the host ID? Okay, what is the lookup, NS lookup table? Okay, what is the dig command? Okay, domain information grabber, route command, trace route command. ये ना हम command हम कल perform करेंगे. Okay, so tomorrow we'll discuss about the concept of IP addressing, IPv4 protocol and IPv6. Tomorrow we'll discuss about that. So till now, if I have any query, let me know. We'll discuss about that. Just I want to take attendance.